1 missed workout, 1 skip study session, 1 day off the plan. None of that is the actual problem. What happens the next day is, let's fix that. A single missed day is just a single missed day. It barely moves the needle on anything. But treated as proof that the whole plan has failed, it becomes something much bigger. Permission to skip the next day too, and the one after that. Until the streak that took weeks to build quietly disappears inside a few days of "I already broke it anyway." The danger isn't the missed day itself, it's the story that gets attached to it. A single skip is just a data point, something got in the way, a bad night's sleep, an emergency, ordinary life. But when that skip gets reinterpreted as evidence of a deeper failure, I'm just not the kind of person who sticks with things, the very next decision becomes far easier to make in the wrong direction, because it now feels like it's confirming something already assumed to be true rather than a fresh, independent choice. The fix is a simple rule: never miss twice in a row. 1 missed day is data, something got in the way, and that's fine. 2 missed days in a row is the beginning of a new pattern, and patterns are much harder to reverse once they've started repeating. The entire goal after a slip is just showing up the very next day, regardless of how the slip felt. This rule works because it gives you one clear, unambiguous job the moment a slip happens. Instead of a vague sense that you should get back on track eventually. There's no need to make up for the missed day, no need to do double the next day, no need to feel a certain way about it first. The only requirement is that the very next scheduled instance happens, in whatever form it normally takes, which keeps the recovery simple enough that it doesn't become its own reason to procrastinate further. Someone who lets 1 miss become 2, 3, 4 days quietly resets to 0 without ever deciding to quit. It just sort of happens, 1 skip day compounding into the new normal. Someone who takes the rule seriously misses a single day here and there over the same stretch, but the streak itself barely notices, because it's never allowed to become a pattern. Zoom out across 3 months for both people. The first person has several multi-day gaps scattered throughout, each one representing a small reset where restarting required fresh motivation all over again. The second person has isolated single-day misses, each one absorbed without incident because the very next day was never in question. The total number of days completed can be nearly identical between them. The real difference is how much friction was required to keep going after every single slip. First, plan in advance what getting back on track looks like, so it's already decided before a slip happens and doesn't require willpower in the moment. Second, treat the day after a miss as the most important day of the entire plan, not a throwaway. Third, stop treating a single miss as evidence about your character. It's just one data point, not a verdict. For the first tip, write the recovery plan down now, before you need it. What does showing up tomorrow actually look like if today didn't go as planned? Having that answer ready removes the need to improvise a comeback strategy while already discouraged, which is the worst possible time to be designing anything. For the second tip, consider marking that day specifically on a calendar or tracker, so it's visibly treated with the same weight as the plan's original starting day. 1 missed day is normal. 2 in a row is a pattern. Show up the very next day, no matter what. Next episode, the planning fallacy: why everything takes longer than you think. Follow along so you don't miss it.